What if I told you that right now, this very second, there's an algorithm so powerful it can slip past your conscious defenses, hijack your deepest instincts, and shape your thoughts and decisions without you even realizing it? Sounds like the stuff of dystopian fiction, right? Yet every day, people around the world are unknowingly under its spell. And here's the terrifying part. This algorithm doesn't just live on your screen. It lives inside every conversation you have, every ad you scroll past, every decision you think is yours alone. They call it the shadow protocol. It's not a single line of code. It's a cunning fusion of psychological tactics, digital persuasion, and behavioral triggers. It's an invisible hand that turns your desires against you, an algorithmic ghost that learns what makes you tick and then rewires your mind from the inside out. You might think you're immune. You might even believe that your willpower is enough to fight it. But that's exactly what the algorithm wants you to think. The more confident you are, the easier you are to control. So how does it work? It starts with something so subtle you'd never suspected. Imagine you're scrolling through your feed. An ad catches your eye, but it's not just any ad. It's crafted to tap into your deepest fears and hidden desires. Maybe it's loneliness. Maybe it's the urge to prove yourself. Maybe it's the fear of missing out. Whatever it is, the algorithm knows. It's been watching, listening, learning. It knows what makes you insecure. It knows what makes you curious. And with each click, each like, each pause, it learns more. Phase 1. The hook. This is the bait. It's the headline that feels like it was written just for you, a whisper that reaches into the depths of your insecurities. It's the question that claws at your self-doubt. Are you really living your best life? What if they're all laughing at you behind your back? It's the promise of transformation. Unlock the secret to endless confidence. Click now. It's the illusion that the algorithm has the key to all your problems, if only you'll let it in. But this hook isn't just words on a screen. It's a carefully engineered lure, crafted from data points you've unknowingly surrendered. Every like, every share, every hesitation you've ever had online is stored in the algorithm's vault. It knows what makes you insecure. It knows what keeps you awake at night, and it wraps those vulnerabilities in a shiny, irresistible package. The hook isn't about truth, it's about resonance. It doesn't need to be factual. It just needs to feel true. It's the digital equivalent of a fishing line cast into the deepest part of your mind, baited with your own fears and desires. And the moment you take the bait, whether it's a headline, a comment, or a click, the algorithm reels you in. Phase 2. The priming. Now that it has your attention, the algorithm primes your mind like a hypnotist, preparing a subject for deep trance. Every detail that follows, colors, fonts, background music, even the timing of each element, is meticulously designed to override your conscious filters and slip past your defenses. Imagine scrolling through your feed. Notice how the colors are warm and inviting, carefully chosen to evoke trust and safety. The music is just the right mix of nostalgic and uplifting, tapping into memories and emotions you thought were your own. The voiceover? Calm, authoritative, almost like a friend guiding you through the darkness. This is no accident. It's a psychological spell cast by 1,000 invisible hands. At this stage, you're no longer in control of your thoughts. The algorithm primes you to see the world through its lens. It plants seeds of doubt where once there was certainty. It waters the weeds of insecurity and watches them grow. Your critical thinking is lulled to sleep by a symphony of carefully orchestrated triggers. This is digital hypnosis, but instead of a swinging pocket watch, it's every subtle detail you didn't even know you noticed. And by the time you realize you've been primed, it's already too late. The algorithm has set the stage for its final act. Phase 3. The reinforcement. With your defenses down, the algorithm moves in for the kill, but instead of an obvious assault, it rewards you. Tiny dopamine hits that keep you hooked like a lab rat pressing a lever for its next treat. A like here, a share there. A comment that validates your opinion. A notification at just the right moment to jolt you from your daydream and remind you who's in charge. Each of these rewards feels like a small victory, proof that your thoughts matter, that your voice is heard, but in reality, they're carefully timed reinforcements designed to train your brain like a dog learning a trick. You chase the likes, you crave the shares, you yearn for that validation, and the algorithm knows exactly how to give it to you, just enough to keep you coming back for more. Before you know it, you're not just a user anymore. You're a subject in a social experiment you never consented to. You've become the product, your mind the laboratory, your behavior the data points that feed the algorithm's insatiable hunger for control. And with every reward, every hit of validation, the cage grows smaller. Because that's how reinforcement works. It doesn't just shape your actions, it reshapes who you are. The shadow protocol is the master of learned helplessness. It keeps you trapped in a cycle of triggers and rewards, teaching you to depend on it for validation, identity, and even reality itself. But the scariest part isn't just how it shapes what you see, it's how it shapes what you believe. It whispers that everyone else is wrong, that your tribe is right, that disagreement is dangerous, that thinking for yourself is a waste of time. Sound familiar? That's the echo chamber effect, one of the algorithm's deadliest weapons. So how can you fight back? Step 1. Recognize the hook. Whenever you feel that sudden urge to click, to comment, to rage, pause. Don't react on autopilot. Instead, ask yourself, who benefits from my reaction? Is it really you, or is it the algorithm, feeding on your attention like a vampire in the night? Think of each click as a contract you didn't sign, a handshake with a system that profits from your time, your anger, your confusion. When you recognize that, you start to regain your power. You shift from being the hunted to becoming the hunter of your own thoughts. Step 2. Reclaim your attention. Your attention is the lifeblood of the algorithm. Without it, its power evaporates like mist in the morning sun. So starve it. Turn off the endless notifications that ping you like a digital leash. Unfollow accounts that inject anxiety, outrage, or envy into your feed. Every time you swipe away a negative voice, you're reclaiming a piece of your mental sovereignty. Detox your feed the way you detox your body from junk food, because information is a diet too, and the wrong diet can poison your mind. Step 3. Remember that your mind is a fortress. Your mind is not an open house, it's a fortress. Every thought that enters is either a guest or an invader. Guard the gates. Don't let every headline, every comment, every advertisement stroll in and rearrange the furniture of your beliefs. Install psychological firewalls. Question everything, especially when it flatters your ego or confirms your fears. Remember, the strongest fortress is not the one with the highest walls, but the one with the most vigilant gatekeepers. Step 4. Question the narrative. The algorithm's deadliest trick is to make you believe that its narrative is the narrative. When something feels too good to be true or too perfectly tailored to your fears, that's a sign you're being played. Dig deeper, seek out opposing views, listen to the voices that make you uncomfortable, because that's where growth lives. The truth is rarely one-sided, and curiosity is your sword. Stay curious, even when it stings, because comfort is the breeding ground of control. Discomfort is the birthplace of freedom. Step 5. Own your choices. The algorithm thrives on your passivity, on your willingness to be swept along by tides you didn't choose. But every time you stop, think, and choose your own course, you break its spell. Ask yourself, is this my choice, or is it the algorithm's? When you own your choices, you turn every decision into a declaration of independence, a refusal to be a pawn in someone else's game. Step 6. Build real connections. Algorithms can mimic relationships, but they can't replace them. Seek real conversations. Sit across from someone, look them in the eye, and talk without an audience. Algorithms can't control the chemistry of laughter, the warmth of shared silence, the healing power of a hug. Every real human connection you build is a fortress against digital manipulation, a reminder that your mind and your heart belong to you, not to a faceless code. Step 7. Educate yourself. Knowledge is the algorithm's kryptonite. Understand how these systems work, their psychology, their mechanics, their goals. The more you learn, the harder you are to control. Read books on digital persuasion, watch documentaries on media manipulation, listen to experts dissect the algorithm's tricks, because awareness is the vaccine that keeps the virus of control at bay. Because in the end, the shadow protocol isn't just an algorithm, it's a mirror of human nature itself. It reflects our biases, our fears, our hunger for belonging, but it can only control us if we let it. If you're ready to break free, to reclaim your thoughts, your choices, your humanity, start today. The algorithm might be smart, but your mind is smarter. And no matter how dark the code, the light of awareness is always stronger. This is your call to arms. Don't let the shadow protocol own your mind. Choose curiosity. Choose resilience. Choose freedom. Because the algorithm might be powerful, but in the end, it's just a tool. And tools are only as dangerous as the hands that wield them and the minds that let them in.